Greetings! In this video, we'll be discussing a case which took place at a United States Air Force Base located in South Dakota. An Air Force base which has hosted many important strategic defensive units, notably Nike Ajax surface-to-air missile sites. At the time of this incident, the base operated 150 Minutemen II or 1. The book says 1. If you look it up, between 1963, 1964, it mentions the Minutemen II missile silos, but does not mention the 1. I'm assuming it's probably a both of them. But anyways, it also operated 15 launch control facilities, which was operated by the 44th Strategic Missile Wing, again from 1963 to 1964. This report was made by Robert Hastings, the author of UFOs and Nukes, in which he interviewed and gathered this information from a missile maintenance technician, Air Force Staff Sergeant Albert Spodnik, who was assigned to the 44th Missile Maintenance Squadron at Ellsworth during this time. Note, I will be primarily quoting Mr. Hastings for this report, as he is a much better writer than myself. One summer night, Spodnik and a fellow electromechanical team technician were dispatched to a launch facility codenamed Juliet 3. By the way, if you look up Juliet and Ellsworth, you will not find anything. They were called to Juliet 3 to correct an electrical malfunction. For some reason, both the commercial power supply to the site and the emergency power systems had simultaneously failed, rendering the missile temporarily inoperable. In Air Force terminology, the ICBM had gone off alert status. Following standard procedure, the technicians drove to the site in an equipment-laden crew cab escorted by an Air Force security guard. After restoring power to the launch facility, Spodnik and his partner began an automated startup procedure which would return the missile to normal operational status. When they left the underground silo to take a break, the technicians' security escort alerted them to a sudden, excited exchange over the crew cab's two-way radio. As the men listened, they learned that an armed security alert team had been ordered to investigate a security alarm that had been triggered at LF Juliet 5. That would be launch facility Juliet 5. Furthermore, the missile there had abruptly dropped off alert status. As with Juliet 3, the site had lost commercial electrical power, and its diesel-powered generator, which was designed to charge backup batteries, did not start. So not only was their electrical power taken down, but their ability to provide themselves backup power was taken down. When the security alert team arrived at Juliet 5, they reported that a strange object was sitting on the ground inside the security fence that surrounded the missile silo. As Spodnik and his companions eavesdropped, they heard the flight security controller order the SAT, the security alert team, to approach the object. Obviously upset, the team leader responded that he would not do it. He said that his team was parked outside the gate to the launch facility, but would not go any further. He then reported that the mysterious object was round, metallic, and resting on a tripod landing gear. As this drama was unfolding over the radio, Spodnik and his partner climbed up the crew cab's roof to get a better view of the adjacent missile silo, which was about 6 miles away. Glazing across the flat, open terrain, they noticed an intense glow enveloping the entire launch facility, far brighter than the security lights located there. By the time the flight security controller had notified Juliet Flight's launch commander about the situation, Spodnik could only hear the radio conversation between the flight security controller and the security alert team. But the launch commander had apparently ordered the team to approach the unidentified object. Once again, the team leader refused. In a strained voice, he abruptly asked for permission to fire on the object. In response, the flight security controller yelled, "Negative. Don't shoot until you know what's going on." He then informed the agitated security team leader that the launch commander had ordered the men to stand by while he called the missile command post at Ellsworth Air Force Base. After a few minutes, the team leader was told that a helicopter was being sent to the site. Spodnik said that about 30 minutes after the command post had been notified about the UFO landing, he saw the helicopter in the distance. As it approached the stricken launch facility, when it was about 5 minutes away, someone screamed into the radio, "There it goes." Instantly, Spodnik saw a brilliant white light directly above Juliet 5, ascending vertically at enormous velocity. He said that it had the appearance of an inverted flashlight beam. So with Spodnik and the other men intrigued, they continued to listen intently to the radio. Shortly after the UFO departed, the security alert team leader was heard to say that he was preparing to enter the launch facility's gate, but someone ordered him not to proceed until the helicopter arrived. Once it had landed, everyone went onto the site together. It was reported that there was no obvious damage to the missile silo, but 3 indentations were discovered in the gravel nearby in a triangular pattern, with each mark approximately 25 feet from the others. Suddenly, the launch facility's commercial power came back online, prompting the launch commander to exclaim over the radio, "What did you do to restore the power?" Someone answered, "We didn't do anything." The silo itself couldn't be entered. No one present had the access codes. Spodnik said that the security team was ordered to remain at Juliet 5 overnight. So Hastings goes on to detail, Spodnik returning to the base with the other technician, discussing how they had to report what they saw or what they heard. Spodnik basically admitted that he would not admit to his superiors that he was listening in on the radio chatter. And the reason he did that was because he had heard rumors about other missile technicians being relieved of their duty for reporting such strange things. Not even necessarily UFOs, just anything strange that they may have reported. So there is my report. I hope you enjoyed this. If you know anything more about this case, please mention it down below. I would definitely encourage conversations regarding this report, and I was glad to bring it to you, and I will see you on the next one.